Hello guys, my name is Mohammed Kwanda and I'm a senior in Buffalo State College. My major is Computer Information System. Today I'm going to introduce you to my Invention Project, inspired by my foundation in creative thinking class. Okay, my Invention Project is a GPA calculator, and I'm pretty sure the name just tells a GPA calculator. And this GPA calculator would allow students to be able to calculate the semester GPA. Sometimes you have students where they're trying to figure out what kind of GPA calculator, what kind of GPA they will have at the end of the semester. So this program is a computer-based program that will help them calculate the GPA. I know there's a lot of GPA calculator online and apps out there, but my program is different. My program is more user-friendly. My program have a lot of things that the online GPA calculator doesn't require. For instance, my program, you don't need an internet access to be able to use my program, and it's free. So without further ado, I'm gonna explain to you guys how I came out with the idea. I have a friend, his name is Jerome, and he's really my close best friend, and we had a lot of class together. So every time toward the middle of the semester, he always asks me, "Oh, Mohammed, what do you think if I get an A on my class and a B on this class and a C on this class? What kind of GPA I'm gonna get?" And I always direct him to online GPA calculator so he calculates his GPA. He always keep bugging me, asking me this question like this. So I decided to take the challenge to create a GPA calculator as my invention project. And me personally, I love coding. I enjoy coding. So when we was asked to do an invention project for the class, I decided to take the challenge to create a GPA calculator from scratch all the way to the end for the school. As you can see now, let's jump into the GPA calculator. So before I jump into it, I use a Microsoft Visual Studio to create this GPA calculator. And this is a resource that is available for all Buffalo State students who has a major in computer science. Buffalo State has a website called 5underup.com.Buffalo State. When you use that website, you could download a lot of free programs using your Buffalo State username and email to download those programs to use it for class purposes only. So this is a free program that is available for all Buffalo State students. And also Microsoft also offered this software for free community use and for free online. You don't have to buy anything, it's free. So now, without further ado, let me show you guys how the GPA calculator works. So this is the program. It says when you open it, this is the window that you're gonna see. It's gonna say semester GPA calculator. So the first thing you're gonna notice on the top is that's the title, and it's gonna show you that this is the semester GPA calculator, and this is Buffalo State picture just that I just put to show that this is for Buffalo State. And then at the bottom, I just have my name here, made by Mohammed Kwanda. And it's gonna ask you select the number of courses taken, which means that how many classes you take in the semester. It's asking you for that question first. How many classes are you taking the semester? For example, me personally, I'm taking 6 classes this semester. So I'm gonna select 6 classes. And then it's gonna tell you now to go to the next. When you click next, this window is gonna pop up. So this window only gonna give you the number of classes that you choose. If I did choose, since I choose 6, it's only gonna show me 6 classes. So let's say I choose like 3, it's only gonna show me 3 classes. See, so now let's go back and I'll go back to my 6. And this window is pretty self-explanatory. Since you choose 6 classes, it's gonna ask you for the grade that you're anticipating, you expecting to have for that class. And you're gonna choose, okay, for example, my first class, I'm expecting an A, you're gonna put A. And my second class, let's say you're expecting an A minus, you're gonna put an A minus. The third class, I'm expecting an A. My next class, I'm gonna say I expect an A. Let's say you're expecting a B plus, and the next class are A minus. And then on this row, the credit value is asking you the number of credit for each class. You know, some classes have 4 credit, some classes 1 credit, and some classes 3 credit. So you want to make sure you change those to the credit for that particular class. This program, I set the program to by default to be 3 credit for class, since most of the classes are for 3 credit. So you could choose whichever credit you want. I'll leave it for 3. And then once you finish choosing all the classes, you're going to click calculate. When you click calculate, it's going to tell you estimate average. Disclaimer, this calculation is not official. This is just my way of telling you that this is not exactly what you're going to get. Since right now you are guessing your GPA, so you guessing, so it's just telling you based on your guess, this is what you're going to get if you get those letters. So your semester GPA will be a 3.78. This is a guess. So this is meaning that if you have these classes and if you have the same letter grades you put as here, you will get a 3.78 GPA calculator. And if you mistakenly do something and you want to reset it, you could click the reset button and everything's going to start from over and you do back over it again. And also to show you guys that I made this program for the class specifically, I put the about and I add the class name and the professor's name. So this is my name, this is copyright 2017 and inspired by the Foundation Creative Thinking, and I add the professor's name here just to show that I really create this GPA calculator from scratch. And now I'm gonna go back, since we finished, I'm gonna go back now to the program to show you how I create this GPA calculator. I know it's gonna look very confusing, but I'm gonna explain to you guys just a way to show that I really create this GPA calculator from scratch. So this is where I design the interface. I move this to where I want it, put it anywhere I want to, change the picture places and so on. So I just move around to put where I want it and put the thing where I want it. So this is another design place where I can move this around to put the places where I want it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So I'm just giving you the example to show that this is what I did. And for the button, this is where I code, and this might look a lot of confusion to you. The whole point is not for you to understand, but my whole point of showing you this is to show that I really create this from scratch. And this is where I type my name, copyright, and the professor's name. This is where when you click the about button, the information gonna pop out. So this is done. As you can see, we're done. So now I'm going to answer a few questions to this project. Number 1 question, describe the most important thing you learn about yourself as a creative person. For me personally, when I started this project, it took me about a week and a half, or about a week and a half or 2 weeks to finish this program. And one thing that I learned about myself is that not only I love coding, but I'm very good with pattern. I'm a creative person where when it comes to pattern, detecting pattern, I'm very good with that. And another thing that I learned about myself is that I'm a very motivated, self-motivated person. Once I started doing it, every time that I do and it's look good, I keep motivating myself to do it. That's, I could say this is a way as a creative character that I developed as myself. I'm very creative person. The second question is, if you were to do this project again, in terms of problem solving process and tools you may use, what will you do differently? Please explain. Okay, if I were to do this differently again, things I would do differently is as a process. I would write down, before I started, I would write down all my idea, the outline, design, the interface, how I want my program to look before I started. This program, I didn't do no outline, I didn't write it down from scratch, I didn't write it like my outline or a bullet point or design the interface before I started. I just jump right into it while I'm coding, while I'm designing, and I keep change the idea till I came up with this idea. And I believe that if I did sit down and draw it first, draw my design, write my idea down, this project will look much more better and much more beautiful than this. And the press, indicate the influence of the press, creative environment, and the outcome of this program. For me, my environment, I would say mostly in my room, and and technology building with my professor, because sometimes I have some question I don't understand, so I take it to my professor, my computer information system, one of my professors, a CS 400 class. I take it to him and he explained to me, maybe answer my question, and sometimes I say no computer lab to do it, sometimes I come back to my room, but most of the time it's between my room or the library or the computer. It's between those three places. Product. Indicate step you might take to further refine or gain acceptance for this invention. Step for me, if I was to take a step, I would first write like a prototype or project proposal, maybe proposal to the school, and show that I know the school have a website that do this already, but this is a different thing. So write like a program proposal and explain how my outcome or how this program is gonna come to be. Maybe that way it will make my program a little bit more better. And I think this concludes my video. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And also I want to use this opportunity to thank my professors for my foundation in creative thinking class. I really appreciate it for asking us to create this project, because it helped me a lot be able to use my time wisely. Sometimes I don't use my time wisely, so by me focusing on doing this program, I really learn a lot from coding about specifically to this program. So thank you very much for asking us about this program.